Alright guys, so you guys already know what it is, man. We're gonna go ahead and start making some tri-tip tacos. Now, the tri-tip is an interesting cut of meat, and I say this because a lot of places end up using tri-tip unknowingly to make their tacos. That's why you get that nice, a little bit of fatty, a little bit of meaty, good texture type of tacos whenever you get them. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. Now, in order to go ahead and make these tacos, we're gonna go ahead and use the Disco once more time. Now, you guys have seen me use this Disco once before right over here, and I'll go ahead and provide a link in the description below on where you can get it. This can be for the Kamado Joe, this can be for the Big Joe, the Big Green XL, or if you just have a standalone propane torch or whatever, this is gonna be this is gonna be good for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the temperature that we are looking for here is about 350 degrees. And we already achieved that. Now it's time to go ahead and put the Disco right in place, man. Now, if you notice this will close no problem. All right, so we're gonna let that preheat, stay at 350 for a little bit. Here are the main ingredients for everything. We obviously got a tri-tip. Now this one is about almost 3 pounds or so. So decent size, especially for just me and my wife. An onion, although I think we're only gonna do half of it for now. And you guys remember the video from last week? Well, this is a chorizo. You have no idea how much flavor this thing is gonna bring out. So definitely very important to have. All right. And last but not least, and I think one of the most important ingredients that we can have is gonna be the lard. Now this one is skin lard, right? And it's gonna have a little bit of a different color, almost a little brownish, but you can use regular traditional lard. That's not a problem. The important thing is make sure that it's from pork. You don't need the vegetable one, nothing like that. It's not gonna be the same. Pork is gonna be king. All right, so let's get to it. All right, boys. So let's go ahead and take a look. See, oh man. All right, so this thing is already nice and hot. So what we're gonna do, obviously, we're gonna start with the pork fat right over here, man. Now I'm just eyeing it, right? There you go. You can tell how hot this thing is, man. Make sure to not spill anything over, man. That's why it's very important to have the right type of Disco, right? And what I mean by that is make sure that it's nice and deep, right? If it doesn't have that sidewall right there, then everything's gonna leak out, and you really do not want that. So we're gonna put this right in here. Make sure everything is covered up real nice. Now that you have the fat in there, you can kind of calculate more or less how much it has. So we're gonna put the exact same amount, but in water. Very important that it needs to be half and half, man. It has to be half water, half lard, and it looks like it needs just a little bit more fat. So we're gonna go ahead and add it right in here, man. So let's go ahead and let this heat up a little bit more, and let's prepare the meat. Now this tri-tip came from Creekstone Farms. Very, very, very good place to get your meat. I've been wanting to try out their brisket because from my understanding, that's where Franklin gets his briskets from. But because of this Disco, we're gonna cut it into different sections. That one right there, this one right here. That should do it. Now, for the onion, I think we're only gonna go with half an onion this time around. Just half. And that's it, bro. That's all we're gonna do. Oh, and obviously the chorizo, but this is gonna stay just in its original form. Let's go ahead and put the chorizo right down here. Start putting like that in there right there. Right over here too. Right there too. And can't forget the cebolla. All right, so I think what we're gonna end up doing, again, we're gonna put some more fat just so that it can take up all of this extra space right over here. There we go. That ought to do it. All right, guys, so we're gonna give it maybe about 45 minutes or so, and then we'll check back on it. 350 degrees, remember that? We'll see you then. Now, boys, what is a good taco without a good salsa? It doesn't exist. But you know what? We're gonna find some room in here, man. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some serranos right over here on the edges, bro. Right here. Nothing happens, bro. Don't be scared, all right? Come on. We're also going to put some tomatillos. We're going to do 5. There we go. And 1 whole tomato. This one I'm gonna put right over here, bro. There we go. I don't care. There we go. No que no. Now we're gonna keep it around 350 degrees and we're gonna leave it there for a little bit, all right? So after about 35 minutes or so, let's go ahead and check up on it. Oh man, you see the color that everything it's getting right there because of the chorizo? Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start flipping these bad boys right on over. Make sure everything gets nice and incorporated. Don't spill it like I am, man. There we go. There we go. Chorizo, yeah, we'll do a little flippy. Same thing with the onion right over here, bro. Bro, this onion is gonna be fantastic. Now let's go ahead and take a look, see how our vegetables are doing. Or our pepper. Oh, bro, look at that. Oh, let's get these out the way. There we go, boys. So now for the salsa, we're gonna go ahead and put the tomato in here. The tomatillo, bro. This little char action that it has. Let me show you right now. Look at that. That little char action right there, bro. Flavor. Serranos. We call these chiles toreados. Means they've been grilled. They got a nice char action in there. Jalapeno, same thing. All right. Now that we got that in place, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and put a dash of salt. There we go. Make sure we get some of that flavor action right there. And pepper cannon time, bro. Right here. We're going to put some black pepper. It's about right. Now let's go ahead and put this bad boy in. Bro, that looks pretty good, man. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys an insight as to what I'm talking about right away. Now, gents, any salsa worth its weight in gold or whatever has to pass the chip challenge. It just has to. If it ain't good on a papita or whatever, a chip, it's not worth it, man. Let's give it a shot. It's nice, it's spicy, it's flavorful, it's savory. It has a little bit of the acid because, you know, tomatillos, they're a little bit of acid. But overall, this is a very, very good salsa. 100%. All right, gents, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got right over here. Oh, yeah. I did end up cutting it a bit to cut down on the time. And I say this because we got a storm rolling in a bit. So, but everything looks pretty. Oh, man, look at that, bro. Let's give it a little good sear action. There we go. Nice, good sear action right there, guys. All right, let's start taking these things out, man. There we go. Moment of truth, guys. Now, one thing that you might notice over here, guys, it has a little bit of a smoke ring right over here. That's pretty interesting. All right, let's continue. Now, remember, boys, always rehydrate the meat. This is some of the stuff from the disco, and I'm just going to pour it right in. This is a combination of fat and a little bit of water, and it's going to really hydrate this thing back, man. Now, you can't forget the chorizo, bro. You just can't. Now, boys, I'm always going to recommend getting tortillas, the one with the paper bag. I'm always going to go ahead and recommend that, but you can always get the store-bought ones. They taste a little bit like preservatives, but after you do this, you won't even notice the preservatives. Having said that, these I don't have it. They don't last as long, but you know, they're very good. So if you have the option of getting these, go ahead and get them. All right, let's go ahead and get this out the way. Now remember, this thing has to be hot, otherwise you're gonna create sticking. Now, we're gonna do a dip, and then boom. That's what we're gonna do right there, boys. One more dip, and boom. Just one more. You don't want it overly greasy either, man. I mean, you just want a little hint of it here and there on all sides, and that's what you want. Now that we got it to the consistency that we're wanting, we're gonna put it right in here and on to the next one. Dip, boom. All right, gents. So the weather didn't really want to cooperate with us, but that's all right. We got done everything in time. So let's go ahead and get some of this carne right over here. And I'm going to add just a little bit of chorizo. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. There we go. Now, some onion and cilantro. But here's the, at least to me, the star is always going to be in the salsa. Add a bit of salt and el limon. There we go. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, guys. Bro, this thing is just amazing. If you're gonna attempt this, guys, give this a shot 100%. The chorizo isn't really pleasing to a lot of people. It is to me. I really love it, man. But to each their own. The tri-tip one, man, phenomenal.